TIFU, by going down on my pregnant wife. NSFL? As my twin son's 4th birthday approaches, I am reminded of a fuck-up I had 4 years ago, when my wife was still quite pregnant. I love my wife and she was more beautiful and sexy to me than ever, and I was happy to help when, as her due date approached, she frequently suggested sex as a way to induce labor. Some sources say sex, nipple stimulation, and other things can help jumpstart contractions. I always give her about 5 orgasms with my tongue before getting down to business, and this particular moment was no different. In the past, I had noticed that when she orgasmed while pregnant, you could really see the muscles contracting from the outside of her body, with her abdomen being so taut from the pregnancy and all. This was weird, but also kind of cool to see my handiwork in action, and I didn't think much of that tightening other than the occasional stupid thought like, hope it doesn't push the babies out. Well folks, her orgasms never pushed any babies out, but on this particular day, it did break her water. Now, some women have a trickle, other women describe it as a sort of quick gush. But no, this was a full-on firehose blast straight to my face, into my mouth, up my nose, all over my eyes. It was an amniotic cannon shot. That, ladies and gentlemen, it tasted like garlic. I will forever hate that I know that. I've never quite gotten over it. I've asked some people who are more knowledgeable in this kind of thing, who suggested that, while incredibly unfortunate and statistically improbable, both amniotic sacs ruptured at the same time and the contracting of muscles during the orgasm just blasted it out. Some people beat the odds and win the lottery. I beat the odds and got hosed by a vag. But at least I made my wife squirt. Too long did not read. Tongue flicked the forbidden fruit and got blasted by garlic water. _edits_. 1. Thanks for the spelling corrections. I've implemented them. 2. To address one common question. Yes, I can still eat garlic. As I explained in a comment below, I do have one-time conditioning events that do affect me. For example, I hate the smell of new cars because I got very sick in a new car once and now the smell of new car makes me sick every time. But with this, I think of this incident almost every time I go down on my wife, or think about my son's birth, or even see a pregnant person. So eating garlic is just one of many triggers related to this, and, as a result, its impact on me I think is lessened. So yes, I can still eat garlic. 3. To address another point. Yes, my wife really does orgasm about 5 times on average before penetration. This is a combination of things, from my experience. Yes, my tongue game is probably good, but she is also capable of multiple orgasms. Some people might not be, and it takes about 5 times before she's really finished. I also know her body really well and how to make her come. So, there's no secret to it really. Just practice and the right partner. It's gross, but that's true love. Real question though. How are you doing with anything garlic related nowadays? Does it give you like a mini flashback? Can't say I tasted any fluids beyond the normal during my wife's pregnancy, but oddly enough I did notice she began tasting of garlic a few months in. Mouth, skin, you name it. She's of Italian descent though, so I thought it was normal. Amniotic fluid is full of stem cells. This probably added a few years to your life. Me. Come on brain, think of something clever, there's a lot to work with here my brain. Garlic me. Sigh, fine. You all are missing the most remarkable thing here. 5 orgasms before the sex starts. I thought my foreplay game was strong. Today I fucked up not realizing a girl was hitting on me, M25. Hello fellow human beings. I'm taking part in a novel writing contest and I usually go to write to the city library. I've faced more than a week of zero inspiration, but today finally the words were flowing through my mind and I decided to go to said library to go on with the story. After an hour or so, while I was writing, deleting and writing again, I felt like someone was watching me so I started looking around, till I spotted a group of 2 girls sitting a couple desks ahead of mine and one of them, the one facing me, averted her gaze the moment our eyes met. I tried to not fixate on that but sometimes I would glance over her direction and every time I did, I caught her looking at me. TBH, I don't have a nice body shape, even though I've been told many times that I have a good-looking face, so I doubted she was interested in me. I thought she was just looking at me to see if I was looking at her, so basically the same thing I was doing lol. But, later, she got up, sat back and got up again, while her friend was like cheering her. The girl walked towards me and then stopped to ask me if I have a lighter and that she'd give it back once she'd come back. I made a joke telling her I know where her PC is in case she didn't return the lighter, but that in truth I didn't have one. She said, "Oh okay," and went back to her seat. I kept writing and like an hour ago I packed my stuff and came back home. On the way, I realized it didn't make sense for her to go back to her desk when there are like 70 other people at the library and there's always someone outside to smoke. I'd have asked her if she wanted to take a coffee break if only I had that revelation the moment she came up to me. Too long did not read. Girl asked at the library asked me for a lighter, I didn't have one and she went back to her desk. Coming home I realized she was most likely trying to start a conversation with me, cause it didn't make sense she'd go back to her seat when there were other people she could ask for a lighter. If they really fell for you hard, they will probably check the spot again in hopes of encountering you. Or she won't. Person shrugging. My guess is every person has had these kind of moments honestly. So better luck next time. 4-leaf clover. TIFU in high school, this girl asked if I had a girlfriend, I said no. She asked if I wanted one, I said, of course but I don't know anyone. And she said, you know me, and I said, yeah cause we're in the same class, and she just stared at me and the bell rang for class and I said, see ya. It didn't hit me till after school and I was like, wait. I once had a girl trying to hit on but I ignored her. Keep us posted on your future trips there. I have a feeling you'll see her again. Maybe she just wanted a smokeman lol. That's not how it works. You are supposed to realize 10 years later when you are awake laying in bed and can't sleep. Today I fucked up by being too lazy to cook. I am very lazy and no good at cooking. I live off microwave meals and food delivery service, DoorDash. I usually place 2-3 orders per week, but I'm pretty good at saving so it's fine. Today my housemate messaged me asking to check what card was linked with my DoorDash account, because his mum had contacted him saying some DoorDash, a service she doesn't use, orders had been placed with her card. My housemate told me he had put in her card on my phone for one of the orders we placed together and not told me and forgotten to delete it after. I checked my account and her card was indeed linked as the default payment. I had absolutely no idea about this, I'd thought I was just getting better at saving. I immediately deleted her card from my account. Then I scrolled through my bank statement to see how long ago the last order had came through from my own card. I kept scrolling and scrolling in horror. 8 months later I found the most recent DoorDash order that I had actually paid for. I contacted DoorDash and asked for a total for the other card, and the amount I owe my friend's mum is $2,288 AUD, $1,588 USD, and I am never ordering food again. Too long did not read. A different credit card was being charged for all of my food delivery orders for the last 8 months. I didn't realize and now I owe $2,288 AUD, $1,588 USD. Holy moly, you really need to start cooking your own meals and save up to give her the money back. Remarkable that she didn't notice sooner though. That sucks. How did she not notice? I would ask her if you could pay her back on a payment plan as it was a genuine mistake and your friend was partly to blame. If she hasn't noticed the money has gone, she is unlikely financially struggling so will likely not mind you paying her back in smaller chunks. Dude. This is so funny and this was legit me for my first half of college. I spent 232 weekends and was like nope can't do this, groceries are cheaper. Then I kind of made myself simple meals like vodka pasta, avocados and eggs, tuna wraps and trust me, you overestimate how hard cooking is. It's also kind of fun and I'm the laziest person I know, like I once twisted my foot trying to reach a pen with my toes because I didn't want to leave my bed. Cooking's fun and it'll make you feel better. If you really hate it, frozen meals and ramen with some egg are really easy to make and pretty good. You are, indeed, pretty good at saving. You haven't checked the charges on your credit card account in 8 months? It depresses me when I look at my Just Eat order history. I can cook, I'm just lazy.